We're students at Minnesota State Mankato, and we had a big idea. Turn our love of gaming into a varsity esports team. In our first year, we earned a national championship and created a fun and friendly community. Be a Maverick. Learn more at mnsu.edu.
Sports without the physical activity, that's kind of how I explain it.
It's just like regular sports, but behind a computer.
I love the idea of esports. I think this has potential to grow and to engage a lot of students.
Gaming with my parents, it did not go over well in the beginning. They saw it more as a distraction from school or from actual sports. It wasn't really until this Mankato esports program came up that they were like, oh wow, this is an actual official thing that schools do. They kind of decided like, okay, let's take this seriously, let's support them.
We would hope every student find something that they are passionate about, that will engage them, put them in community with other students, and let them do things that help them create what it is they want to have for their education.
We're student gamers at Minnesota State Mankato, and we had a big idea. Turn our love of gaming into a varsity esports team. In our first year, we earned a national championship and created a fun and friendly community for both competitive and casual gamers. We're learning broadcasting, digital marketing, and live stream technology, skills that translate to real-world job opportunities. Everyone wins. Be a Maverick. Learn more at mnsu.edu.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Minnesota State University Mankato Esports. My name is Hamlet, and I'm joined today by the wonderful and the fantastic and most beautiful Parker. Parker, how are we doing today?
Doing great. I'm so excited for the championship game, following this team the whole time. I'm one of the subs for the team, so I know them really well. I think this is still, a great meta for us. We're facing a team that is completely undefeated, and we only have one loss, and this is the only team we lost against. So this is the rematch in the championship, our one chance to run it back. We both play fighting games. You know that term well. It's our last time to rematch and win it all here on the NACE Championship here in Overwatch 2, and it looks like the game is almost ready. So as soon as you're ready, Hammond, we're going to be going right into it.
Dude, I think we're also getting super, super deep into it tonight here. Hello, chat room. How's it going? I know you guys are having a wonderful and a comfy time here on your Sunday night. Dude, it's Sunday night. Usually we have our games, throughout the week. But Sunday, a little bit of rescheduling happening going on. But we're just going to be rocking it down here. Our first map's going to be our Antarctic Peninsula. It's going to be Control? No.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Control Point, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. We have the standard roster: Maverick, Moon, Forgiveness, Foost, and Invictus. And, we got Penguin as a sub along with yourself. But you're on the desk with me tonight, man. How does that make you feel? Like, you get to be that analysis, right?
Yeah, I love being on the desk. I mean, it is great not having to perform in the game and kind of feel bad about yourself. Casting, when I got into it, I was really nervous. But, I mean, it is, like, a lot more casual than I thought, especially here on esports. I mean, I'm not worried about doing analysis, being a bit quieter, being a bit slower, using my knowledge of this game to help you out and help our chat out and know what's going on. Again, excited to see what the meta is going like. We've seen a lot of Orisa and going around as well. So, I don't know if our team's really going to be running it. I want to see them continue playing the Ramattra comp and not be playing Mora, who Mora is also like really high in the meta right now. I want to see us stay what we've been playing the whole semester through, what gave us so many wins. But we'll have to see what changes Drexel has made since our last time playing against them for this final match. And we're going to go in to Antarctic Peninsula right now.
Oh, dude, this is going to be so sick. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope y'all are going to lock in tonight because it is the finals. Whoever takes this comes home with the gold. Dude, that's wild to think about. Overwatch 2 in its conception, started off pretty slow, pretty slow for this school, right? But once we got things rolling, we got things starting to like cook and really, really take off. These guys really popped off.
Yeah, I didn't know where it would start with, but I mean, we got just a few more seconds before we go right in. And I'm really excited for them. I think they can take this together. And we are going to be seeing Orisa, it seems like, from both sides, possibly. What a boring matchup, unfortunately. I don't think anyone likes watching this character. And then we're seeing Moon on Kiriko instead of Baptiste as well. Definitely a big shakeup if we stay on these. And then seeing Echo hovered from the Drexel side. Echo can definitely be a big issue, even with a hit scan like Sojourn, to take out of the sky, just being able to fly around and assassinate your team. We're going to see Symmetra teleport everyone out of base and flip over to that Tracer. I mean, Invictus has really been our star player, I think, through the whole season. Whether they're on Ashe or whether on Tracer, I think this is definitely going to be the most important thing. And then they need to be protecting this Sojourn on Forgiveness, letting them build those ult charges faster, and let's get this first fight going.
Dude, these guys are already popping off super fast, and then right now we're hovering over Maverick. It's just kind of taking pot shots, staying back, and seems though Drexel University is taking a ton of space here. We see it. That's going to be unfeatured, kind of moving up and just really just taking things for his own. Like, him and his team are just keeping Maverick Esports back, and we can't really seem to get a foothold here.
And we see Tracer possibly going to assassinate this Echo here, but just barely staying alive, having to recall out of here. And you see exactly what Orisa is made for. Just this wall that the Orisa from Unfeatured on Drexel's side has just been sitting in the fire of 5 people, not caring at all, just completely taking all of that damage that even a Lucio and a Baptiste can just regen them up. And Ayan already popping the window early, and a Kitsune from Moon trading back for this first fight. It's such a quick and dirty map. I don't think there's been a single elim yet this whole game. We're already 30 seconds in to this first point with nothing going on. We finally elim the Echo and the Baptiste goes down. We're finally going to start flipping this point back to Minnesota State University Mankato here in just a moment.
Dude, yeah, Yeah, Mavericks are continue to let things up, and with the whole onslaught of pressure. Wow, and what an opening fight there, right? You know, we saw them kind of skirmish back and forth, but Maverick Esports coming out on top in the long run. Drexel did score just about 50%. They're on the first point, but you know that can easily turn the tables. The tables have turned, right? We see Forgiveness does have the overclock ready, and I see from the side of Drexel Esports, they have the Echo, which is honestly an interesting pick. I was watching some Overwatch Pro League earlier this afternoon, and I saw the Echo being picked pretty regularly in those games.
Also extremely popular. I mean, you'd be very happy to take 50% on the point without having to use a single ultimate, and we're finally seeing our first ultimate fights. Copy coming out and going to be taken out very quickly there. Even with popping on they lasted way longer than I thought, flying out. And that's just the power of swapping to Orisa with that copy. I mean, getting Fortify, Spin, and Spear right away just gives you just those few seconds. But it didn't give them any part of charge on the points. We're 50-50 with 2 ultimates still in the bank for Minnesota State University Mankato. I mean, Overclock and Kitsune Rush is more than enough to hold a point for a bit longer. So I think we're very favored unless Drexel Esports can start building something up. But they're not close to anything other than the window on AN on that Baptiste. They're going to have to poke this out for a long time. If we stop taking, damage from them, the Tracer, notoriously just sitting on the sides like a mosquito, ready to assassinate, ready to not take any damage, not give them any ult charge, and that's, again, another strength of Orisa. It's just, she looks like she takes damage. She doesn't. It's nothing. It's complete trash damage. Wall for Kitsune Rush again on this first point, getting up to 90%. There is nothing left for them to try and flip this point. And this Orisa is just standing tall, just standing in the way, not caring at all.
Right, dude, and Drexel seems they can't find any sort of rhythm or a beat to find. Oh, no, wait a minute, hold on. Just as I said that, Unfeatured is able to find the kill on a Forgiveness as they're moving through, but Maverick with a huge ultimate as the beat comes down. The beat drop, just lay it into a Maverick. Has a ton of HP. Look at this man go. He is unstoppable right now. We're going to switch over here to Moon here on the Kiriko, and we push them off the point. Maverick Esports take round 1. Dude, look at on the stream site. We got ourselves a little bit of graphics going on here.
Let's go. I love it. I love the little stomper peeking out at us.
He's like, hey, how's it going?
Yep. He's ready to stomp, and Maverick Esports is ready to stomp Drexel today with that first point. Quick and easy. It looked pretty even, but we're going to have to see these players continue to warm up. Was just watching them warm up with a few scrims before the match, and they're looking as good as they have the whole season. I don't expect anyone to be playing super cold today. I don't think anyone's going to be playing something they haven't played before necessarily, even with the swap to the Orisa versus Orisa. And I don't think we're going to see any swaps on this point either. Other than AN swapping to Kiriko instead of Baptiste, a little bit lower sustain, but the Orisa doesn't really need that high sustain as much, but that Suzu just gives you that one last chance to go all the way through those cooldowns again. And that's what Mankato abused to really take that first point. You just again and again just going through the same motions. It's a very slow gameplay where it's hard to get that opening, and that's we almost get opened up there on Forgiveness, getting hit by the Orisa Spear, and once again Drexel taking most of the first space, but can you do anything with it? It just doesn't feel like it matters where they put you at. You do not die, but Invictus taken out.
Yeah, Invictus being fallen to first blood here. Oh no, but dude, Unfeatured getting super low. That's Bearable Dog taking out Forgiveness as well. We see, man, what an interesting skirmish there at the start of the round here. Invictus Gaming, or not Drexel Esports. My fault. I'm thinking of Pro League. My fault. And just how well kind of Drexel kind of played that fight, right? Kind of holding onto that choke point, but now Maverick Esports with the beat drop. It's Invictus trying to get onto the back line, trying to 1v1 the other Tracer, and staying on this bottom point. Here we go. That is all Invictus. We can hear the team in the stage room popping off right now as the comms are going wild.
And comms are so important for this. You see that especially with the Tracer, I think the joke the team always makes is that when you're playing Tracer, your tank gets another ability, and it says send Tracer to that target. You mark that target and send them to who you want. So you're constantly hearing Maverick on that Orisa position call a target because, again, one Orisa spear and a few Tracer headshots, and they're gone. That is what is the only way anyone is going to be taken out anytime soon. And both, you know, the supports are like getting ultimates at the same time. We saw Kitsune Rush for Kitsune Rush there. We have beats ready on both teams now. Unfeatured using Orisa ult pretty early again, just to kind of reset cooldowns. Oh, the Suzu barely saves them. Almost got taken out in the air. And they're still somehow alive, beat for beat here. Almost have Overclock ready on Forgiveness on that Sojourn. But they're still holding that point. That's all that matters. Once you've flipped it, all you got to do is stay on it. And with Maverick taken out, that is going to be the loss of that fight. Got to reset and start again.
And see, that right there is, I think, the joy of Overwatch, right? You win fights and you trade off points and you trade off different picks, right? Sometimes Maverick goes down. Sometimes, you know, the healers go down. But, like, you can't stay alive with no healer. And dude, the controlling of the upper space that Drexel Esports has right now is kind of daunting for Maverick Esports to really kind of dive in and grab that point.
Yeah, again, I love that about Overwatch 2. You know, you definitely, Forgiveness, building up that charge on the tank and banking it in on E3IT there. Overclock comes out with a Kitsune Rush from Drexel Esports, taking out the Lucio. That is going to secure this point once it flips around. But look at how long the Orisa can continue stalling it on her own. Doesn't need anything else there. You know, what can you do? Again, ultimate to get that fortified back up, try and recycle their cooldowns again. Finally gets taken out 13 seconds later and trading out. So they still have a chance to flip this point back around to Drexel Esports with 95 on the board. This is crucial. Oh, Forgiveness does not hit that shot. I don't know if we can do much else here. And with the beat coming out, this does not look good. There it goes.
That was a solid beat there for Drexel Esports, taking out, you know, just gaining so much HP, and now Maverick Esports is forced to funnel and tunnel into the point. But I lied, they're able to back them up, and they're able to secure the point. Fused over exit, and they're going to use the ultimate here, the Solo Bolo ultimate, and they switch to the Doomfist unfeatured. I just noticed that there, Parker. What are your thoughts on the switch to the Doomfist here?
They only swapped to Doomfist for that last minute attempt to try and get back to the point. It's the character that can get back to the point to the fastest, and that's what allows them to kind of reinforce their team right away and, you know, just stall enough for everyone to come back, and that's what's letting them on the point. This beat giving Mankato Esports one last chance, taking out Doomfist. We might get one more chance. We have to constantly cycle the point back and forth. It's such a party game when this happens. Maverick swapping to Doomfist as well. Same idea. Just stay on the point. Jump in and out with your team. You just have to hold overtime till the very last moment. As long as you go in and out. And Kitsune Rush from Moon might be able to secure it. This is such a nail biter. We can't ever tell who's going to win. And finally taking Unfeatured out and flipping the point. 50 more seconds.
Way, Barker. They're secure the point. 99. That Overwatch felt like it lasted at least 2 minutes. That was crazy to watch, dude. The amount of effort from Maverick Esports to take that point and bring us to an overtime of overtimes. And this is just the second round.
Yeah, Control can definitely feel like this sometimes, but Unfeatured on Drexel Esports has a big advantage because they've swapped back to that Orisa in time. Maverick did not have time to go back to spawn and switch back to the main character of the show here, folks, and go back on that Orisa. So, and with a Kitsune Rush coming out from AN, but AN gets taken out by the Overclock right away by Forgiveness. Forgiveness taken out in return. It's so hard to fight anyone inside that Kitsune Rush, but they might have just enough. They were able to get around the corner. That might have been a slightly misplaced ultimate, and we're 99 to 99. This is the last it can be. Hitting those headshots and getting that beat out. Desperate to hold on, and a pulse bomb ready for Bearable Dog is going to be their last-ditch effort, and it sits.
The pulse bomb fits, and Bearable Dog is able to find it. Moon sitting down here onto the back line as Maverick Esports. There are 3 members left alive. It is Maverick, Moon, and Invictus just respawning. Maverick getting taken down, Moon as well. The effort from both sides is unrelenting. The Kitsune rush pops here for, oh no, that's going to be it. The overtime clock just explodes immediately. Round number 2 going to Drexel University.
I saw one of those small miscommunications that happen is that as Mankato Esports is Doomfist is holding that block up, that Moon throws a Suzu to them, but they jump out of it just in time. If they had just continued holding that block, the Suzu would have given them just a little bit more time. I don't know if it would have been enough to hold on longer, but that's what hurts so much about control. You're dumping so much just for a few points, and right there, for 1 point on that control point, just that 99 to 100% is all it takes to lose, to get all the way to 99 and still lose hurts so much. And we're going to the third. Symmetra teleporting us out from both sides and right back to the Orisa gameplay that we love so much here in Overwatch 2. Just a couple of days before Season 10, maybe a big shakeup, but this is going to be the end of it all here on the NACE Esports today for the final game.
Dude, and these guys are really giving it their all here. It's going to be, this is the final round here in map number 1 here. Invictus moving into this back line, and now I'm really curious, you know, the adaptations, right? Think of it right, like we're in the final round of map number 1, right? Do you think, I honestly think whoever wins this map is gonna set the pace for the rest of the series, right? You know, we got a best of 5 going. Yeah, best of 3, I believe. No, best of 5 is,
yeah, first to 3, best of 5, yes.
Oh, okay, 6.
So maximum of 5 maps, and all of that. So, you know, different than some of the other games we had this season, but this is it, Tracer versus Tracer gameplay here. And Foo's taken out by the boo from Are You My Dad? What a great gamer name with the 69 at the end too. Invictus taking out E3IT. And Suzu saving the Sojourn for just a little bit longer. These kunais and Suzus are just so important, you know, even compared to what we used to be playing Baptiste with Immortality Field and Regenerative Burst. They, you know, they feel very similar, but those kunais just can do so much.
Oh my days! The double pulse bomb, Maverick Esports exploding here at the 50% mark as they're continuing. See, I like to think of Maverick Esports, right? They're one of those teams that takes a lot of data game 1. As the rounds progress, they get better and better. The information that they continue to grow and find, oh my goodness, coming out of the gate immediately in a sprint here in round number 3 is crazy to me.
And again, you talk about, you know, adapting. I think Invictus is that type of player that just gets warmer and warmer. They're a fire that just gets stronger as we go on. We saw last week with that Game 5 that they just popped off in that. And we're seeing that from Forgiveness here too. I think they're strong right out of the gate on the Sojourn. They're playing, you know, great right away. They're so consistent. But it is Invictus who goes above consistency. You know, they can pop off more than you see from any player here. Every player here, you know, is just a baseline good player, but you have to be better than good to win a game like this. And the beat engage coming in from Drexel Esports, there's so much health, and Foos cannot get their own beat off. So
a clean ultimate there from Unfeatured gets the process, right? Trust the process is what people want. What people want to believe. Unfeatured is able to take down Forgiveness, and Maverick Esports gets stuck between a rock and a hard place. And now Drexel Esports continuing their play. But hold on, dude. There's that star player we keep talking about, Invictus. Look at his movement. This man is all over. He's all over the place. And Maverick Esports still has control of the point.
It's totally fine to just let it flip, save their ultimates, and reset it. Invictus was very close to flipping that point. The crucial pulse bomb on the Orisa was just enough to finish them off, but it's so hard to take out another Tracer with a pocket such as was going on between Bearable Dog and A in there. So, you know, we're going to have to see something like that from us as well. The beat engage might be a little early. I don't know if Tracer is ready to join in there, but it's going to get them, you know, way back to the backup point. But they're ready to speed right back in and re-engage from Drexel Esports and continue to hold these ground.
Oh, dude, right now, you know, it is another huge team fight. Just kind of popping out here for the point. Maverick Esports need to find a way to get this point while Invictus and Ian are taking this 1v1 here on the outside. Oh, fighting for the health pack. Invictus falling super low. The Kitsune Rush gets popped. Move it through, and Unfeatured takes down Forgiveness. It is just the battle of the tanks. How much can they sustain in this damage of hell? It has been unrelenting.
Just barely taking out the Sojourn there. I could hear the comms of how much they're yelling for it. Can Moon survive this? Oh, they teleport out just barely, and no one knows where they're at to be able to take them out.
Wait, does he have solo
Bearable
point?
Dog taken out. Yes, Kiriko does hold the point on his own and starts flipping it to their side, and Minnesota State University Mankato takes the first map.
Holy moly. Go, production, keep it on the camera keep it on the game really quick. Holy moly. Parker, tell them about it.
That was great. Again, we're seeing that flip around, and like I said, they're warming up and getting confirmed onto this Orisa team comp and getting ready. It's not, you know, a huge flip from what we were playing before, but oh man, that point blank headshot just completely took out that map, and that was what really flipped this game over. Going into hybrid next. It's pretty often that we pick Kings Row, but I believe it is Drexel that gets to choose their map. Are they going to choose a, you know, real fan favorite map in Kings Row? I think, you know, we've seen it almost every week this whole semester. I think it, you know, just is the most popular map, an extremely fair and balanced map that has just been in the game since Overwatch 1, you know, 7+ years ago. I think everyone knows how to play it, but, you know, you're always going to see something new, and it might challenge our players. It is still entirely possible to play Tracer on Kings Row, and we'll probably see it. But will we see Penguin subbed out if we go on to hybrid? That is usually when they will play. They'll usually play a couple different characters there. Don't want to spoil it too hard, but we'll see if we keep it where it is as we are now, and possibly going Para-ESO. That is not a map you want to see if you were Minnesota State University Mankato. I know that we have not scrimmed on an Oz often. We do definitely not the most favorite map. I've heard definitely a lot of complaints from people on this map, but I mean, I like it. It's a beautiful map. It has some very interesting angles. It's one of the newer maps, very like experimental, I guess would be a way to say it. And doing completely different things, and we'll be starting on defense of Para-ESO on this hybrid map. Again, for anyone who doesn't know hybrid, gonna have a control point just like we saw in the previous map in a kind of smaller choke area, and then go into payload in the second half, kind of giving you the best of both worlds of Overwatch, the fighting over the 1 point and fighting over a payload type style all the way to end. It's always a long game, always super exciting. You know, and it really shows if you're able to hold something for a long time, which again, with this Orisa meta as well, we saw how hard it was to take Orisa out in that game. So, and starting on defense gives Mankato Esports, you know, the chance to really hold him. If they can hold them on the first point, it's over. You know, it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, coming into these maps, right, it's all about, it really comes down to team play and how well you're able to hold on to your objectives when you really need to. Also, what's going on, chat room? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us here. We got a cool new little graphic right here. This thing is pretty cool. Also, as I'm pointing to it, y'all should go follow the socials at esports MNSU for everything that is X, Facebook, Twitter. All of the socials are right here down below. We got a cool new graphic. Hashtag horns up for everybody out there in the chat. That is X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn for all of your social media needs. So if you want to keep up to date with the program, that is esports.mnsu.edu for all of the website and current needs. You should also sign up for the newsletter. You signed up for the newsletter, Parker?
Yeah, and again, if anyone wants to end up joining the program, we're going to have an Esports Skills Academy over summer. So again, any high school students as well will be able to join that. I believe even middle school students are allowed to. College students that want to join the program.
Yeah.
All sorts of different games. We're going to be, you know, teaching people, having people hang out with both the team, coaches, the entire program itself, learn about it. Maybe you want to be a caster like us too. That's what I loved about this program. I came in, you know, kind of not knowing if I'd even be allowed to be a caster. You know, I had some experience, but I'm like, oh, but I kind of noticed that almost any student could really be a caster with just very, very little need. You're not going through a whole, like, a whole credited course or anything to get in, but we're just loading into Para-ESO right now. So let's start sending it over to the gameplay and get us loaded in. As go right into a pause, it's all right. Just some technical difficulties from the players.
Yeah.
Are we seeing Brigida and Anna hovered on Drexel Esports? Again, when it's early on, it might just be kind of a little bit of trolling, but we haven't seen Anna Brigida since very early in the semester. Brigida just, protests to Anna and allows more of a dive comp type scenario.
Yeah. Which is kind of interesting to think, the dive against the the Orisa meta seems kind of interesting because, you do have the Kiriko, the Kiriko Lucio for a ton of peel, by the way. An absolute disgusting amount of peel. It's kind of hard to get into it, right? Whether or not it's whether or not you have the Kiriko with the invuln, right? The invuln sphere.
Suzu,
Or if you're playing the Baptiste, you have invuln field or you have invulnerability field. You just can't die. There's so many ways to stop, and the peel is immeasurable.
Yeah, Baptiste is a little notoriously easy to dive, even with that immortality field. He has ways to keep himself alive a little bit longer, but his Kiriko, that is almost an anti-dive hero herself. If you're facing Tracer, a headshot from Kiriko used to be a one-shot even, or very close. But because of the health buffs, no longer one-shots Tracer. But anyone gets a little bit of damage on her and gets a random headshot, she's out. It's a big frustration for Tracer players when they're facing Kiriko, and her ability to teleport out and Suzu herself, or Suzu then teleport, just makes her completely invulnerable. And anyone that the Tracer pulse bombs, Suzu just saves them.
Just boom.
And it's such a big cooldown that is hard to know, and we are still seeing that Anna Brig on the side. So we'll see if they stay on it the entire time.
It seems as though that they're not joking.
I see.
They're not joking about
I see
that.
a little. Is this a little trash talk? I don't know if I call it trash talk, but maybe just a little bit of rivalry here, saying we're gonna take the gloves off on this map and really start pushing it in. They are staying on the Diva Anna Brig comp with an Echo. This is a very weird way to play dive. While Echo can definitely be a great dive hero along with the Tracer, I don't really see the synergy here that's going to completely take people out of the game. Diva is a great dive tank. I really like playing her, but in a competitive scenario, she plays a lot different than a Winston or a Doomfist, which is really taking out one target. So I'm just not sure what Drexel's really trying to do here, and with a dive comp, and they do take Foost out. Not having a Suzu from Kiriko available to take away those explosive darts from Echo just takes so much damage, just 120 plus damage, and that defense matrix really stopping them from putting that railgun to anyone.
Oh my goodness, dude. The spear directly to the Grondolium. Exit gets taken down. It is Maverick right now chilling in the front line. Well, Moon gets dove on here by the Diva, and TP now available here onto the Brig on accident. An interesting... Oh, never mind. That's Foost on the Brig.
Yeah, Foost swapping over to Brig here. A main support player can definitely play Brigida just as much as they can play Lucio, not really needing the speed. Nano on the Diva here, but completely on her own. A little early on that pulse bomb, still having that 50% damage reduction, and the Diva bomb will let her remech and get that second life going, and that's going to take this first point. I was going to talk about one of Diva's biggest weaknesses is characters that can continue shooting for a very long time. Tracer can get behind her. Sojourn can just kind of keep shooting a lot. And we're going to swap to Cassidy here on Forgiveness. Definitely, I think probably their strongest character. Sojourn and Cassidy, pretty similar characters, but in this situation, hopefully able to keep up the pressure. But you are weak to having Cassidy's damage defense matrix for a very long time, or even his ultimate can very easily be blocked by Diva's body or blocked by the defense matrix itself. So it can be a weakness, but it is anti-Tracer. If Tracer tries to go onto this Brigida or this Cassidy, they can have a very big issue. But Invictus taking out first by this Echo.
The copycat there on the Echo pulling in. That's going to be a massive ultimate. Does use the Nate Shield, and the Brig ultimate popped for the side of Drexel University. They continue, tries to boop them away, but they do have the rally ready to go. Foost has it. Oh, that's just the normal shield. Now they increase the size of it. I lied, chat room. Maverick able to find the kill onto Are You My Dad 69. Why did they make her shield bigger? I think that's a little bit of a of an interesting decision.
The size is not what matters, Ham. It's that now as you dash, it is a stun. And
It's a stun now. They reverted it.
No. Only in the ultimate, in Rally, is it a stun. You get more armor, you get bigger shield with more health, and your dash, which is on a 3-second cooldown, by the way, 3 or 4, I forget, is now a stun, and anyone it hits. And that's what you saw there. Echo diving on Forgiveness right again and building that copy so fast. We just saw them use copy, and they're already to 60%. You know, Echo can put so much damage on so many different people, and that anti-nade is enough to take out Maverick there, not having any cooldowns left. And we saw with the Echo copycat, when they copy Orisa, usually when you copy a tank, you're not getting a lot of extra health. You're going from, 250 HP type hero to a 350. Not a huge buff, but being able to take Fortify, where you take 40% less damage, and have armor, and have a spin and spear, it just makes you so tanky. You just stay in copycat for so long, then you finally go back to Echo, start all over again. D.Va, same thing. D.Va Bomb, Second Life again. Nano helping people to stay alive. And copy on Cassidy this time, cycling this cooldown really early, and we're just pushing so far, well past this second point, with High Noon coming through, and the spear is defense matrixed.
Wow, what an incredible turn of events there for the side of Drexel Esports. It seems as though this comp is really working out in the long run. And it's kind of taken a whole, oh goodness me, Forgiveness is able to stay alive all the way through. The Kitsune Rush gets popped. Maverick Esports Ultimates being popped. That is going to be Forgiveness. It is indeed High Noon, ladies and gentlemen. But nobody is home to answer the call at the door.
And yeah, it's just it's completely fine to use High Noon as a zoning ultimate, completely reset this fight. It might have been, not the greatest. They were hoping to use Kitsune Rush to kind of surprise you with the amount of damage it could do, but Defense Matrix probably would have stopped it doing anything anyway. So again, completely fine use of it. Rally is ready, and it's coming out. Here she comes. Forgita is here, unable to find anyone with a stun, and Rally coming out from Foost in return, giving everyone around them extra temp HP as well, so it's making your team tankier too. And look at that Orisa ultimate coming through. Where did that spear go? It got defense matrixed, I think.
I think another one, yeah, the anti-nade there. Out of this Ana that's Iron, with an incredibly, the anti-nades have been next level for them. They've been so clutch, and they have to be able to try and take down this Ana in the backline. She has just been a thorn in their side this whole game. Oh no, Mech, baby D.Va, shoot the baby D.Va. Oh no, that's Tracer going down. Baby D.Va's still alive. And she's she made it. Oh, never mind. I thought she made it out.
And I think it's really interesting to talk about. We've seen a lot of the Overwatch pros talking about Ana. And again, Ana is a very popular character. People love playing her, even in competitive, in this type of scenario. And unfeatured swapping to Winston there. But we've been talking about Ana kind of just dropping the ranks. She was hard meta for much of the early semester, even without dive characters, especially in solo queue environments. But since the use of more Lucio getting buffs and other supports getting higher in these HP changes, we haven't seen as much Ana, but I think they're showing the strength of why you play Ana here, and I think it's showing Ion's strength on Ana. Many players use that anti-nade too early when a tank still has cooldowns and ways to save themselves, but they know how to hold it and use it at that. Forgiveness on fire here with that High Noon ready, probably to zone them out yet again, and High Noon is great for the and nowhere the Echo can go there. Bearable Dog getting taken out. Again, High Noon great against those flying characters. It doesn't matter where you're flying on the screen, just like a Mercy, a Pharah, anything else, you'll be taken out, and it's hard to drop back out of the sky in time and get out of the way. Pulse Bomb ready on Invictus here, hoping to stalk around and assassinate someone in one fell swoop here. Nothing on the enemy team can save them.
All it takes is one there, Parker. Whether it be the Ana, whether it be the Brig, or even just getting a Pulse Bomb onto the Winston for some extra damage. Like, here comes, that is a nanoed monkey. My man is, he is in there like swimwear, chat room. He's gonna go ham.
Funny coming from Ham, but Nano Winston is such a strong character, and the Pulse Bomb is Suzu'd out, and the copied Rally is so disgusting. Having two Rallies, definitely one of the strongest ultimates in the game, and that's why it takes so long to build. It is the longest building ultimate in the game, other than Beat Drop, but because of how Inspire works.
Woo! Oh my God,
Maverick with the 3K. Again, we're seeing Orisa, in the meta because of the changes to her not having fall off on her gun. Primal Rage coming out just to try and touch the cart. Already taking so much damage. Barely missing that whip. Genji coming out as well, trying to get to the point in time. Foost with Rally ready. Rally for Rally. Everyone's getting HP. Everyone's getting stuns. Armor pats everywhere. Can they stop this point one more time?
Stun there onto the Genji. That's bearable, dog. With another one, they do still have the time. They're trying to keep him alive, though, but it's not going to be enough. Foost can't do enough healing as he's able to try and make their way out. But Drexel University, with just in the overtime, they're going to look to close out the match. Oh, my God, they do. They close it out.
That's definitely Brigida's weakness. Her dash isn't very long. If she gets pushed away by something like a Winston Primal Rage like that or Whip Shot itself, she can't really get back in. She has to hold that shield or she's going to take a lot of damage. Having a support with armor makes her seem like this tank, this like almost paladin-like character that can really get in, but she almost plays the opposite, and I think that gets a lot of people in solo queues. They really want to go in, swing like Reinhardt, hit a bunch of people, but it's really just not how she plays. And the other big part is the Winston bubble, just like any other shield in the game, stops healing. If Brigida is inside the Winston bubble and hits Inspire, which would usually be an AoE heal around her,
naturally,
that will actually block that healing. It's a really, really big counter. And Winston was changed just a few patches ago that Winston's primary fire will basically go through armor, ignore the damage reduction that armor gives, doing full 100% damage. Same with his right-click sniper monkey thing as well. Will do 100% damage to any armored target, whether that's a tank or Brigida herself, making him a great dive tank. That's why I'd really like to see Drexel stay on that Winston. I think Winston is just the better dive tank between D.Va and Winston. But that defense matrix has been very crucial, especially protecting Bearable Dog on that Echo, protecting the Ana and Brigida in the backline. So I'm not surprised. But Invictus on Sombra. Let's see what you think about that.
Dude, I'm a big fan of the Sombra pick. The hack is incredible. I mean, it stops defense matrix. It stops the Echo. It stops the Ana from tossing nades. I mean, it is such a strong and peculiar pick. But
and right back to Tracer. Forget everything we said. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I do love Sombra, but I think definitely more of a solo queue hero that has been a thorn in a lot of people's sides. But in the competitive environment, it's just not strong enough. D.Va especially, so easy to just randomly spy check around and find her with those shotgun bullets. Ooh, E3IT almost taken out by the Cassidy headshot, another character that can almost one-shot her, but it's just not enough, putting out so much damage.
Ooh, finds one, but
just
it's not
more
there. Forgiveness, gotta be a little bit cleaner. D.Va with the defense matrix, she is one. She's gonna hop into the upper side hut, and Sicky nade goes and hits. The anti-nade hit onto Foost. Man,
D-Mac there.
This Ana is next level. She's just chilling in the back line.
You can't even hit her up there. Like, she's just crouching. Oh, she's almost taken out by, I believe, the Tracer, but the Tracer had to pull out. Pulse bomb Tates, are you my dad? On the Brigida out. Would be a very funny thing for Brigida to say to Torbjorn.
You're right, that is the Torbjorn, but they're going to try and secure this point here on Doge. They're going to go for the contest here. Very interesting decision here for the side of Drexel Esports, but the Winton drops, Winton jump, Winton zap, Winton jump, and Winton nap. Oh no.
No aim, no brain, Winston main. Oh, the sleep again on Forgiveness. But they take out Winston. Winston, how's it hanging? It's not good.
It's not very good. Able to secure that first point there, Maverick Esports, with a lot of time here. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. See, I'm really digging this dive comp here out of Drexel University, and it continues. They continue their onslaught against Maverick Esports, and they just, yet again, we talk about adaptations. It is 5D chess with inside of multiple dimensions, right? There's so many different layers to the game where everybody's trying to play on a whole nother level.
Again, I think that's the biggest thing with Drexel Esports dive comp, and we have seen this sort of comp in professional play before. It's not a committal dive comp. That's the difference between this and like a Genji or a Sombra. Sombra and Genji are, all in once they're in. Echo and Tracer can constantly pull back, pull in. You never know when they're fulling in, and Forgiveness getting that anti-nade. it just feels like, you know, you're half health and you think you can live, but that anti-nade comes out, that you rally coming in.
What a rally.
Trying to find that tracer, trying to find anyone with these stuns, just beating up on this Winston. But another anti-nade comes through, very dangerous for the side of Mankato Esports. Winston just jumping in and out. Winston, please.
Winston, please stop. Now, do you think, right? Oh, the high noon, the Winton bubble in the way.
No, they had it and didn't click.
They had it, but they could not find the beat that they needed. Forgiveness with the Kitsune Rush, able to just bop, bop, bop. The anti-nade gets hit, but still able to heal all the way through. The Kitsune Rush has been working out. Echo still in the back line. Forgiveness. While they continue to push the cart, it gets closer and closer to the objective. Dude, it seems so Bearable Dog just kind of chilling all the way up there, flying about, being just an absolute nuisance as this Winston is able to dive in onto the back line.
Look at the damage Orisa can do to that Ana from far away with that no damage fall off, you know, but still not enough. Just Ion on this Ana does not care. They know they can live through that damage. They know they can nade themselves if they need it. And the pulse bomb saved by the combat roll. 75% damage reduction. It tickles. Usually doing 400 damage, don't care. 100 damage, I live that. And then,
oh, the Echo copycat gets pulled, and that's going to be Bearable Dog. Finding Invictus with the Tracer. Pulse Bomb available here, and Foost almost at the second rally for this fight. Looks for it. Bearable Dog is able to find Foost as they continue. Forgiveness gets the kill, but Bearable Dog and exit.
Probably what their name is called. Yeah, that would make more sense than ETRT, but the copy, like, Pulse Bomb was the fastest building ultimate in the game, but the copy, which allows you to build ultimates faster, they got that Pulse Bomb in what felt like 10 seconds. Getting it onto a Brigitte, which is definitely not necessarily an easy target. You know, you try, and if you hit that shield is going to take the entire hit. So you have to get behind them. I wonder if they, you know, I didn't see it on Spectator, I wonder if they were able to blink behind them and do a 180 Pulse Bomb, which, again, if you're an Echo player, you need to know so many characters, at least a few, you know, choose wisely. And Nano Winston with Primal Rage ready, and there's going to be rally for rally here soon, I think. Primal Rage coming out.
Oh, what a stun! Foost doing the Brig classic stun, left click, is able to take him down. Bearable Dog, and there's going to be no Echo in this fight as the beat gets dropped. Now, I've been thinking about this here, Parker. You know, Maverick Esports kind of holding on a pretty steady on, instead of the Lucio, you have the Brig, and still keeping on the Orisa. It still kind of follows that same meta, right, of having the teams that's kind of on top, right? With the dive comp, how do you think it, you know, faces up against a team like this?
Yeah, like Lucio can also be relatively weak. Again, combat roll. Just nope, don't care. It tickles. You do have the problem that you can combat roll into your team. That's why you saw them wait. You don't want to combat roll into someone and kill your own support with that pulse bomb. But taking out the point here, finally with 2 minutes left for this final point. Parry Uso third can be difficult. It's not as bad as like King Zero or anything else, as you just push through this lower point here, but it can still be difficult to finish this off. Only copies available halfway to the other ultimates. Pulse Bomb almost ready on Invictus, who is still playing well, star player. Forgiveness has been showing up in this final half as well. You know, taking these Pulse Bombs like a champ, you know, putting these bullets through this Winston so easily. Oh, almost taking out that Echo. Echo would have been taken out, but they had a copy early. They might not. Oh, the Brigitte.
Oh, man! Invictus with the double kill finds Are You My Dad? And Ian, oh my days. What a conversion. You know, I mean, you know, when you pick up from a combo like that and you're still able to convert, bring them all the way to the wall, you still are able to get and cash in on so much damage. They're in burnout right now.
I think Are You My Dad is going to be kicking themselves because they Brigitte dash into their team. Exactly what I talked about. They pulled that. Oh, I heard that scream from our team. Let's go. Getting it in with a minute left on the clock, not in overtime, giving them a time bank advantage into the next round. That's how hybrid work. We are tied up right now, but that minute will matter as we go into the next attack. And swap sides yet again. But that Brigitte dashed into their own Ana, and the Pulse Bomb took both of them out at the same time, having no supports, and that allows them to just push all the way through third point, all in one push, giving them that extra minute on the clock for this next round. Are we going to continue to see this comp that we have not seen for much of the season? I'm sure many people are cold on these heroes, have not been playing it, but now that we've had the full round of going at it, is it enough?
I think it might be here, Parker. They've been able to adapt really well to this dive comp. It seemed as though kind of a dire strait for Maverick Esports, but with and having a paddle underwater, they were able to come out on top and make sure that they were able to stay afloat through the rapids. That's this dive comp.
Yeah, it's so important. I think we need to really handle like having Kiriko on the team instead of the Honor Brig. When you're facing both Echo, Anti-Nade, and Pulse Bomb, Suzu can save you from all of those. And the Echo right click that usually does so much damage helps her build that copy. You Suzu it, does no damage. That's a huge part of her ult charge. And again, the Minnesota State University Mankato here on the attack again only needs to get 1/3 of the point in 1 minute. 50 seconds remaining on the clock, with overtime will be available if it comes through, necessary to take this point. But we've seen so much to say. Winston is already so low.
Oh, that was almost
Tracer
super
recall.
Massive. No recall and no able to fight. Maverick Esports continuing this pressure. The Brig Boop. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're able to find it. That's Forgiveness taking down Unfeatured. That's no tank, Parker. That's going to be massive. They're going to try and find the dive onto the Ana, but it's Invictus having to fight. That's Moon. Wow!
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. They didn't need anything I talked about. That's just how easy it is to finish it off here on Hybrid. That's how important it is to not go into overtime when you were on attack in Hybrid. That 1 minute was all it took to make sure that we didn't go into a 5-round overtime, which can happen on Hybrid, with just enough to finish them off. I mean, Drexel Esports, I think, really just, tried something new, taking it on to Paraiso instead of Kings Row, kind of a, less popular map and a less popular comp, kind of forcing Minnesota University Mankato to adapt, as you were talking about, to something that, they usually don't play, and still being able to win 2-0. We only need one more win to win the final championship game. Nice and easy. Overwatch can be a long game. It can be a short game. And if we keep it up like this, it might be a short game. A short matchup between the undefeated Drexel Esports and the 1-loss second seed Minnesota State University Mankato Mavericks here on the broadcast today. We're going to be going to Flashpoint Suravasa. Definitely back to the most popular Flashpoint map and a popular map. I think Mankato Esports has been super strong on this map as well. Invictus on that Tracer, I think this is their strongest map and strongest matchup. They can absolutely dominate on this map if they continue to play how they were. And we haven't had to see them, Invictus adapt to any other play or play anything else. So, will we see any subs out? Will we see any changes? I don't think so. So we're just going to keep going. Yeah, Forgiveness has been playing well. Keep them in. Finish this off strong. Will we see something completely new? I think this is all down to what Unfeatured will choose to play on this map. I did like their Winston gameplay. I think, the team itself, but they were sometimes, taking way more damage than they should.
Right.
And all of that, you have to really be careful of how much damage Tracer specifically can even do. You don't expect it, but Winston, you have no idea where she is. You constantly lose her, and you have nowhere to do it. Only 30 seconds, and we're going to be loading into this map.
Dude, we've been sprinting through this on production. We have taken no breaks, none more to go. Map number 3. It's going to be Suravasa, as I got the burps here in my system. A lot of gas trying to escape, but that's okay. Suravasa, a Flashpoint map here, Parker. Now, kind of works now if you're a COD head, like my buddy Zojalix in the chat, right? Kind of runs and plays like a game mode called Hardpoint. Control. It's King of the Hill, but the hill moves throughout the map to different points. P1, P2, P3. It is all about controlling space in a game mode like this.
Yeah, I mean, Flashpoint, the first point is always the same. We're going to see exactly where we're looking at right now here on the market side. But after that, as you're saying with Hardpoint, it's going to go to a random place on the map. You have to be ready to adapt and move to a new spot for that crucial, there are fights along the way. You kind of have that in Call of Duty, but not as bad here. You might see ultimates used just trying to get to a point, you know, as we start back on these Orisa comp with Bearable Dog on Genji this time, possibly hoping to keep up a more committal dive comp and back to the Lucio. Definitely common on these Flashpoint, almost call it Hardpoint because of you talking about Call of Duty, but being able to speed your whole team to the net's point, speed them in and out of the point, keep it going. And Drexel Esports looking favored to flip this first point. You never want to see that happen if you are Mankato Esports, and give them those first advantages. The Genji dashing deflect is anyone able to commit. Invictus is not ready to capitalize on that, but they are poking this Kiriko down. Oh, so close. The Suzu comes out.
Ooh, they're both so low. That is the entire team of Drexel Gaming. Drexel Esports is falling super low. They might need to back up, but that's Maverick Falls as the heals come out. Here, that is Are You My Dad? And Ian continuing just to be crazy healers here. That is Invictus finding exit with a big punch to the noggin. He flies super low, but the beat drop falls, and the Kitsune rush as well. And it seems as though Unfeatured is getting super low. He's super low. They got to chase him. Oh, they're going to try and find him. Invictus is able to find Ian, and they're going to continue the pressure. He is super low. The Lucio is one-shot, chat room, and they don't find him.
Even Foost is missing on Lucio too. I can hear them screaming about it in the other room yet again. They are so ashamed of it, and I would be too, but it's fine. It would flip the point, but losing 88%, staggering exit out there for as long as they can. I mean, that's a strong fight, but losing 88% for it, again, just shows that Orisa is just so busted right now.
So
Please
good,
change everything about her in Season 10. Just rework her again. I don't know.
Just rework her again.
I don't know what you want to do, but I'm so tired of this. She's just, again, such a wall. I mean, I love watching her, you know, shoot that spear out and, you know, take out a tracer, because that's totally what a tank should do. You know, that's just taking space.
No, I agree.
You know?
Yeah, taking space.
Yeah, DPS. And we're seeing Ian confirm that Kitsune rush going to the side here, pulling everyone back in quickly. But they had amp ready. They were able to speed out.
The beat gets dropped. Invictus is able to find the Lucio with a spear in her side. Chat, that is Forgiveness on the lower side. Invictus is able to find two of them. Maverick finds Unfeatured. And what a turn of events for Maverick Esports as they stagger them for hardpoint, for flashpoint number 1 secured.
Hardpoint yet again, but I really thought Forgiveness was losing that duel. That was like I think they had 2 HP. I didn't see, but they got Suzu just in time, stopping the melee from killing them from Bearable Dog's Genji. And Bearable Dog swapping back to the Echo. Are you afraid? Are you ashamed? I would be too after losing that, unfortunately. But yeah, just unable to dive this team comp. You know, again, Kiriko, it's just so hard to dive. You can't really, you know, and then Genji. Oh, this. Can they confirm? There we go, Invictus. I can just feel how they're playing. Look how locked in they are.
Dude, this
Kitsune rush coming out early on. And again, I was talking about the point hasn't even opened up yet, and we're already having an ultimate fight like that just to hold on and start getting it flipped over.
Dude, what an insane... See, I gotta give credit to Moonride. I don't think we've been talking about Moon enough, right? Here on this Kiriko, the sustained heals have been out of this world, right? I mean, you know, Foost on main support, you know, you can't go wrong with the Lucio pick. And being sustainable, having these two as a duo, as our backline, have been an absolute pleasure to watch, to see how these two synergize so well. Because when you got two players that synergize like this, as well as they do, it's almost clinical how well they're able to work together.
Yeah, it's a crucial part about being players that played together last semester as well. That means you've got basically a whole year. Forgiveness had taken out Bearable Dog with another headshot. Again, it's just so hard to play into a Sojourn when they can just hold so much charge. Being able to hold 25% charge forever just makes it so much easier to just shoot in Orisa, get that 100% charge, and just take someone out of the fight completely. Kitsune rush coming in from Ian, really wanting to commit to this fight and get them one possible chance on this map. And staking out Forgiveness as well. Just try. They might still have a chance if they can't get in. No, it's not looking good, chat room.
Chat, it's looking a little dire, but that's okay, as the point is going to be flipped. Moon finds one before they get taken down themselves. Maverick Esports, let it switch, let the piece take over.
It's basically just a self-stagger at that point. You don't want that from Moon's perspective. That just takes longer for Minnesota State University Mankato Esports to get back to the point, but the beat drop is ready and Kitsune Rush as well. Are they going to save it for a little longer? There's nothing to really save for, so we might see it come out very soon. But as soon as I say that, here's the Kitsune Rush right onto the point, pushing Drexel Esports right off. Back to the backup point yet again. Suzu is out, and the commit is coming in for that assassination from Invictus. You saw them. Exactly what I said. They pulled the trigger right away. That tank tells them exactly where to go. Look at that. That is our star
That's
player.
Invictus and Forgiveness. The DPS line from Maverick Esports are unstoppable. Wow.
The overclock from Exit coming out, desperately trying to shoot anything, but Invictus just goes around the corner and cannot be hit. But we see the Kiriko coming back in, ready to... No, they don't even get to touch because they're still in the air when they shouldn't have jumped. They jumped above the point and did not touch it. So it does not count, and we're 2-0 on our third map. If we get one more point, this whole matchup is over, and Minnesota State University Mankato will be the championships of NACE if they win this point. And they already have ultimates ready to fight this point yet again, charging up so fast. Overclock is not that far away either, and Drexel Esports has nothing in the bank, desperately trying to build a Kitsune Rush in time before this flashpoint unlocks here.
Wow, they're able to find it, dude. Parker, this is... Oh my goodness, Invictus, I thought they were going to jump out of the stage. He's at 20 HP, he's going to lose that 1v1. Bearable Dog running super low. Foost sitting in the backline. Maverick Esports does have the point. The Kitsune Rush gets popped. It is going to let them go. The beat has been going down. Ultimate for ultimate to let it rip Iron go. Invictus with the Pulse Bomb ready to go. Holding the line, the molly here from Sojourn. Dude, there is so much happening on my screen right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Overwatch. Oh, the pulse bomb gets eaten by the spin from Unfeatured. That is completely, unfortunately, Invictus's fault, and you're going to be kicking yourself for losing that. I don't think it would have been much of a difference, but that gets them to that 50%. Crucially, they still have Kitsune Rush in the bank, but they need to start building something else if they want to take this out. Pulse Bomb and the pull of Orisa is still ready with 50% on the board for all the ults in the Ultimate Bank chat room. They still have a chance. Oh, we're looking at it closely to see how everyone is handling it and getting hype for this last match of the season here in playoffs with Drexel Esports. Still holding on strong at 50%, with Kitsune Rush coming out early. Will it be enough? Arisa there, and Suzu just completely nullifying it, and Bearable Dog taking out again. That random kunai can just take out Travisor so easily, and Foost on that Lucio just does a surprising amount of damage too. I think everyone underrates how much damage those little Foost, like Lucio little circles do, I swear.
Wow, Invictus!
Is showing up here today. I think they just, again, have just been every game. We have to gas them up. It's just how it is. I think they just play better when we do, I swear. If we just start screaming their name, they'll just keep playing better and better. And that's what I talked about. They are like, just a fire that keeps building and building while every other player just continues to stay consistent. They have to perform here. 5% left. If we win this, it's over. Pulse Bomb ready. Just have to find the right target. They almost taking Tracer out.
The Kitsune Rush popped here. Invictus running super low. Ian is staying alive. He's able to teleport out.
Very risky recall.
Finds Forgiveness.
Foost has to come out.
Yeah, they got to back out.
Is out.
They're going to back out. That's okay. Drexel Esports taking their first flashpoint of the game. Next flashpoint is going to unlock in the next 30 seconds. We got ourselves a bloodbath here, Parker.
Again, only 30 seconds left, and we got 2 more chances, all we need. We can give up yet another point if we have to, but then that will be the best of 5 of this map on this best of 5 set for the end of it all. 55% on that railgun. Look how fast that builds up to 100%. Such a huge shot. And Overclock is ready, and oh my god.
She's so
the Suzu
beat drop from Drexel Esports. Yeah, the Zuzu popped as well. the flashpoint now available. Now that the point is
Overclock
open.
coming in, hitting the shots.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Maverick Esports just continue to be a thorn in the side. Dude, now, when we think about this, right, this is potential map and set point here for Maverick Esports over Drexel Esports. This has been a wild run between the two of them. Last time we saw these two fight, it went to map number 5.
And to see this not go to map number 5 is definitely very surprising to me. You know, I think this has been a very close map, but not as close as it was before. Even the map just before this, but the actual set before this as well. I don't know if there was a roster change or something else with Drexel Esports or anything else that have given them their undefeated run, and we definitely see why. You know, they can play so many different things, but, you know, is this meta right for them? You know, what can they do to finish this off? Is this just the small things about Overwatch? You know, you get ultimate 2% faster than someone else, you might be able to win a fight from it. Kitsune for Kitsune, it's the party game yet again, shifting back and forth with that speed boost, and the boost engage is going to be it, amping everyone in and out. Suzu saving them from the Orisa ult. It's so close.
Running super low. That is a ton of people on the side of Drexel Esports fighting super low. Maverick Esports might have just put the nail in the coffin. They just need to push forward. He's super low, and that might just be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, wait a minute, hold on. Drexel Esports finds their way onto the point. Maverick takes it down, and ladies and gentlemen, Maverick Esports are your NACE Varsity Plus champions.
Champions of it all in a 3-0 set, solidifying everything, having this scheduled before that Season 10 and ending off with this Orisa meta, having to swap from Ramatra comps with Baptiste to this Orisa comp this week and finish it all off, adapt, as we talked about, to everything and finish off strong with these star players. You know, I love this roster that we have. I think they play so strongly together, and they showed it yet again.
Wow.
Winning it all. It's over. And that's all we got to cast for NACE this whole semester, and it's... here we are.
Here we are,
It's
man.
over.
You know, what an incredible series Maverick Esports had for Overwatch this entire season. I think only losing to Drexel Esports, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Making their final season, I believe, 12-0 after everything's been said and done. What an incredible showing. What an incredible run for Maverick Esports. Shout-outs to Drexel Esports and Drexel University for playing as hard as they did. Dude, I mean, honestly, you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, scores never tell you the whole story. Just because it's a 3-0 doesn't mean that this wasn't that close, as you talked about, especially back on that Para-Isa map. Look at how close that was. And back on the control on the first map as well, just barely in a, 99 levels, things, and still coming out on top. You know, this is a map and matchup we would have loved to see go to the 5th game and really get us up out of our seats, but this is it. Shout out to all of our sponsors coming in at the bottom. Go ahead with the ad run.
Dude, I'll let everybody know. Y'all know about our sponsors. That is the Minnesota State University Mankato Computer Store. You can find in the CSU. We got Spectrum Industries. You got Fat Cap Hot 96.
That's what gave us our jerseys here,
dude,
so make sure to get one.
So sick, dude. Gravity Gaming by Byte Speed as well. Shout outs to all of our sponsors.
Hot 96.7.
Dude, right? They're so good. We cannot forget about Rockstar Energy. You know, shout outs to Rockstar for giving us the energy we need. I know those guys were hyped up in there. I know they had a few just before as they were warming up. But man alive, dude, what a set and what a run it's been here, Parker. What a time.
And for everyone else that wants to continue watching the MNSU Mankato esports, there's plenty of more esports finals going on this week. I believe we're in finals for Valorant as well this week, possibly others as well. So make sure to watch every single one that you want and if it's on Wednesdays, you can come to the Buffalo Wild Wings and watch it live there as well. So don't forget about that. If you want to watch it live, get some wings as well. Love their wings, of course.
The wings are next level at Buffalo Wild Wings. Some of my favorite in town, I gotta say. So many flavors to choose from and so much camaraderie you can have with your friends. But Parker, tell them where they can find you. This camera, that camera, and that camera. Where can they find you? Tell them who you are.
Parkour B yet again. Find me wherever you want. Definitely been streaming esports and other gaming content for as long as live streaming has been a thing. I mean, 13 plus years, whatever it is now, 14 maybe, of, gaming content, fighting games as well. Definitely trying to get onto the scene, start going to some locals, cast those as well. Really, continue my career. I love broadcasting. I want to be doing a lot more broadcasting here from both sides, both casting and the production side here at Mankato as we go forward into the next semester. You will see me again next semester, and I can't wait to cast with you again, Ham. So your turn. Tell them all about yourself.
Well, y'all already know who I am. My name is Hamelak, ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by 9 Moons Gaming. You guys already know. You can follow me at Hamelak Games on the Twitter, all one word, all lowercase, for any sort of grappler propaganda and any a lot of fight game stuff. If you are ever so inclined to join me in on that, on my journey on the commentary gig, whether it be Overwatch, Tekken 8, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, you name it, I do a ton of games. I mean, and that's really what it's all about. All the way here from the games here at Maverick Esports, all the way to the stuff that I do at home. But we're gonna bring it back to the both of us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Switch it to the both of us, guys. Come on, production. Thank you so much. Everybody, so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Make sure you guys follow and do everything of that. But anyway, we will see you next time. Bye!
Sports without the physical activity. That's kind of how I explain it.
It's just like regular sports, but behind a computer.
I love the idea of esports. I think this has potential to grow and to engage a lot of students.
Gaming with my parents, it did not go over well in the beginning. They saw it more as a distraction from school or from actual sports. It wasn't really until this Mankato esports program came up that they were like, oh wow, this is an actual official thing that schools do. They kind of decided like, okay, let's take this seriously, let's support them.
We would hope every student finds something that they are passionate about, that will engage them, put them in community with other students, and let them do things that help them create what it is they want to have for their education.